You're the most important calls I have, Steve.
Ah, see, this would be the time where like it's AEW, like, all right, we're gonna give you one shot.
I still haven't heard back from anybody there. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. Yeah. All right. I am going to fire this back up. Yeah, I'm just going to open it up so that they can hear you. And then we'll just wait a few minutes here to start opening stuff. All right, guys. Obviously, my computer crashed. We're back here with Steve. I don't know what was seen, what wasn't. My computer froze, and that was the end of everything. So, we're back now. Obviously, I stopped where the pack was. But I had it. I don't know. I think you guys saw the Brooks Lee autograph. That was the last hit that we pulled. I think pretty much everything was seen right up until it crashed. Because, I mean, it went, like, instant. There wasn't really...
because I saw it. We were talking about it, and then it crashed shortly after that. So if I had a guess, that was probably right around the time.
All right. I think people are falling back in now. So we'll pick back up. Yeah. I don't even remember what we were talking about now because I was so like irritated with the computer.
I mean that we've had a lot of good runs, and it's been no issues at all. You know.
Yeah, that one was different. Darvish negative refractor, like it just everything froze and then everything shut down at the same time.
Like well, it's funny too because I'm sure you're panicking, and then I'm panicking because I'm like, is it me? Did I do something? Like,
yeah, like
two guys just panicking.
I'm trying to diagnose the problem, and everything goes down. But I was halfway through an email to tech support whenever the computer turned back on.
I was just about to say, is there anybody even there that would like be able to assist you?
No, not at
of course.
I mean, there's a few of us here, but tech support's not here, so.
Yep.
Actually, there wasn't even anybody here. They were off today, so.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, there was nobody here all day for tech support. So I sent an email out to like everybody because I was like, well, let's see, somebody might have their phone on.
Right. I really like this product. It does not like me back.
Tier 1.
And I really wish that would change.
Nice rookie here, Dylan Cruz for the Nationals. Yeah, I mean, we've pulled some big-time hits over the years from Tier 1.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some really nice stuff just loaded up in
There's
here.
really nice stuff in there.
I don't know that I've ever pulled a cut, though. Like they put those cuts in. I've pulled the bat barrels, but I've never pulled a cut. There's Kyle Tucker for the Astros.
Well, you guys definitely pulled did you guys pull a Babe Ruth cut like Steel City? Didn't that happen?
Yeah, we've pulled like 4.
Yeah. Oh wow. Oh. Hey. Those are hard to find. I mean,
there's been a few Babe Ruth cuts in Steel City break room. The one that I want to pull that I haven't is Ty Cobb. I haven't pulled a Ty Cobb yet.
Oh, that'd be sweet. Yeah.
I've pulled, I want to say like 2 or 3 Jackie Robinsons. I've only pulled 1 Babe Ruth. Brett pulled 1, and then another guy that we work with pulled a couple. But his came from Transcendent, so that was cheap. Like, that doesn't even count.
Mine
wasn't from Transcendent. Mine was from something else. Like mine was legit.
I've only pulled 1 cut auto in my lifetime, and it was a Tony Gwynn, which was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that's pretty awesome.
That was a cool one to pull. I
PC Gwynn, so that would be like
no way. Oh,
Jackie Noel rookie autograph out of 49, and he struggled in that series.
Oh yeah.
I mean, their whole lineup struggled all year, but Scooble just had his way with them.
Like 14 strikeouts and everything, like just insane. Just what an insane start for him. Like what a big boy start that was from Scooble.
And game 1 for them, is it Saturday or Sunday?
I don't know the remaining schedule. I would guess I would guess Saturday.
Yeah, so he should be good to go again for game 1.
Yep.
I like that. Now we were talking about award winners because the prizes in this break are based on award winners. There's
Right.
Zach DeZenzo, number 325. I think the Cy Young awards are pretty much locked in.
Yeah.
I think Otani is going to be the default National League MVP as long as he's healthy every year.
Yep.
But the American League MVP, that one's up for a little bit of debate. Which side do you fall on? Are you with Cal Raleigh or are you with Aaron Judge?
I really am torn on this a lot. I want to say Cal, just because what he did as a catcher is just so unprecedented. But also, if I'm not mistaken, I think Judge also ended the year with the best batting average in the American League, and it's like, well, you can't really take away from that either. But if I'm a voter, I look at, where would this? That's a nice one. Where would this Mariners team be without him? They certainly wouldn't be in the playoffs. The Mariners have struggled to make the playoffs. The Mariners, basically are where they are because of Cal. You could say that about Judge, but there are a lot of other playmakers on the Yankees that were like, well, even if Judge is not in the mix, somebody could do this. Cal was like basically that offense this year. So I think what he did as a catcher, which is very rare, he deserves the MVP.
All right, we're going to fall in agreement on that one because I think so too. Just the defensive aspect, of what a catcher brings to the table.
Totally.
Whenever Judge was hurt, the Yankees didn't really fall off that much, if I can remember correctly. So, I mean, they still produced. If Cal Raleigh wouldn't have been there, that Mariners team was done. So,
that's what I mean. Like, they would be nowhere in this position if it wasn't for Cal. So, to me, the MVP should be, this was the star player of the team and the league. And that was Cal. Because, defensively, and you brought up a good point, like, defensively, catchers don't get enough love because these guys are never in the MVP talk. But it's like, when you look at, because he's great defensively too as well. Like, when you look at his metrics and stuff, like, he's a damn good player. And then he also just hit almost 60 home runs. So it's, you're not going to get that mix again. Like, we probably won't see this type of player for God knows how long. Catcher.
I wouldn't even expect him to come close to that kind of production again.
Oh, no way. No way. No way. Nope. Absolutely not. So I think you have to give it to Cal. I think that's the right move. I will say, though, here's a nice tip. Whenever Topps Chrome comes out, just put your Otani cards aside because they're going to be the buyback this year. So just always collect those cards and put them aside. Don't toss them. Don't give them to the kids in the hospitals, whatever. It's a great gesture, but just keep the Otani cards because they're going to be worth some money.
As I say every year, Otani's the MVP at the beginning of the season.
Right.
If he doesn't get hurt, he's the MVP.
Right. So
you can't argue with it. Like, you can't produce like Otani produces. It just doesn't happen.
It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'll be totally honest, I want them to stop having him pitch. I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people feel that way.
Yeah, I feel like there's no reason for him to pitch. I feel like just continue to let him hit. He's so good as a hitter. Just continue that. Like, don't mess with it. Like, I know when they paid him, the idea was he was going to be this two-way player, and he is the best two-way player. But to me, it's like, you know what? He is so much more valuable as a hitter every day than on that mound every fifth day. So I would so much rather them use, because you're still getting your money's worth from him at the plate. So like that's not even that's the thing. Like, if he was okay as a hitter, but he excelled as a pitcher, fine. But like, he's a very good pitcher, but he's an excellent hitter. Keep him as a hitter, and I think you're golden.
Yeah, I think so too. Any guy that's going to produce the numbers that he produces, you only need him as a hitter. I mean, this year, even because he was trying to ramp up for pitching, he didn't steal the bases like he did last year. So you lost an element of his offense. Raymond Wilson there. I think he's going to be the number 2 because I think the injury to Calvin Austin might be a little bit more severe than what they thought. Because we're talking it's a pretty bad shoulder injury.
Who isn't injured right now? I mean, it's insane. It really is insane.
That's I was talking to somebody in one of my fantasy leagues, and they're like, "Well, what does your team need?" I'm like, "Actually, I've won 2 in a row because I was 0-2." I'm like, "I won 2 in a row. I'm doing pretty well. I could probably use a second receiver, but I don't know if anybody has 2 receivers right now."
Right. I know.
They're all going down, and T. Higgins and Jamar Chase may as well be injured because they don't have anybody to throw it to them. So it's rough.
Yeah. I'm actually shocked that they kept Browning in that game the entire game last week on Monday Night Football. It was like, what do you have to lose? Like, just switch it up. Like Browning is not doing it because I think it was like entering the fourth quarter. He was still at like 88 passing yards. I'm like, look at,
Yeah,
you got
I had
nothing to
him.
lose.
I had him in my parlay going over 200. That never happened.
Oh,
So,
Steve, you, what are you doing? Like, no, Steve.
he has Chase and Higgins. I feel like I could throw for 200 yards with Chase and Higgins. I don't know what he's doing out there.
Here's a tip. This is the tip, and I'm being dead serious. If you are using some of these backup quarterbacks that you know are going to be behind, instead of doing the passing yards, do the pass attempts because they're going to have you throwing the ball. Like, because usually it's in like the mid 30 range. That's the play to make because that. Go ahead.
Honestly, I didn't think the Broncos were going to run away from that game like they did. Because they hadn't been that great until that game either. Now I think Detroit this week might win by 50.
Right.
It might get ugly quick. I'm afraid to use any Lions in DFS because I know somebody's going to score a lot of points, but I don't think any of them's going to score any points in the second half. So it's a tough play. I
think Montgomery's a really solid play this week because if they are going to sit one of the running backs, it would be Gibbs, which would give, because it's still pretty much a 50-50 split, but I think Montgomery's a really strong play this week. But really, like if you're going to be using those backup quarterbacks and parlays, do the pass attempts because they're going to be behind in the fourth. That's all they're going to be doing in the fourth is throwing. Pass attempts is a little sneaky parlay tip there. Because let me tell you, there are no good tips for parlays, but at least try to give yourself some relevance of trying to win here.
Quickest way to make $1 million. Everybody knows that.
Yep, and none of us are millionaires, by the way.
My first time hitting a parlay, it was like an 8-legger. It was college, and I think it was Herbert beat Notre Dame, and like that's what I needed. It was like a primetime game, and like I hate Notre Dame, so I always pick against Notre Dame.
Yeah.
So it was nice. Like I've been a Herbert fan since.
Yep.
A couple of your rookie running backs. We had the Ray Davis out of 99, the Roschon Johnson out of 75, the Zach Charbonnet out of 99. So contenders hit us with some really nice rookie autographs there.
I was gonna say that was a pretty damn good box for contenders.
Yeah. I mean, we still got the lineman in there, C.J. Hansen.
Yeah, you'll get that. Too. You'll get that with what? It's 5 autographs in that box.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get the random lineman or whatever, but like that was a pretty good rookie auto box.
Yeah, I don't think you can complain with 3 good running backs there. I think Ray Davis is one of those guys where if James Cook were to ever go down, I think Ray Davis would put up some pretty good numbers too.
Ray Davis is a great hold. He's in a lot of product. I see him pop up a lot, and I'll tell you, like, it's not a bad thing. And that's a really good auto right there.
Keon Coleman from the Buffalo Bills. That's a really nice one.
Is this the no huddle prism?
It is. Yes.
Yep.
There's the Justin Jefferson out of 75. I was looking at before I made this break. I was looking because I wanted to put a prism in it, but Prism Hobby is just like pretty expensive. It ups every team by a lot. So I was like, let's go for something a little bit cheaper with the no huddle. And like the no huddle prisms of Jaden Daniels still sell for close to $1,000. Like if they're numbered lower.
Yeah.
They're still huge cards, even though they're from the no huddle boxes. So
I mean, honestly, if you have the money for the regular prism, you go with it. But like no huddle is a pretty damn good value because it's essentially the same thing. The ceiling on a lot of these cards are still right up there. Like I feel like no huddle doesn't get enough love in the hobby community. It's like it's a fine product for what it is. When you have just as good as to hit some of these cards that you do in the regular hobby box. Like I know some people aren't crazy about the disco design and whatever, but like you just brought it up. Like Jaden it's still worth just as much as if you hit one of the regular parallels as him. So it's it's a good entry. I don't want to say entry is the right word, but it's a good price point for what you can still hit in it.
Yeah, I mean Prism was always like a fun rip for me retail wise too. Because I've never been the kind of person to drop $1,000 on a hobby box either, and I know a lot of people can't. So like I tell people all the time, like only drop what you can afford to drop.
Yeah.
I think it's that way with everything. I'm sure you guys have to go through a lot of that too.
Oh yeah.
So it's like,
and that's the government telling us. That's just you being a good person. The government is telling us that.
There's a rookie variation, and it's another nice one. It is Ladd McConkey from the Chargers.
If they can start getting him going, Chargers are unstoppable
Well,
on offense.
I think we talked about it last time you were on because it was right after they signed Keenan Allen, and we both said might want to back off Ladd McConkey in those fantasy drafts.
Yep.
And, like, we saw it coming. We knew it was coming.
I would say what I didn't see coming was I thought Keenan Allen was going to get a good lion's share of the target share, which he is, but I did not think that Quentin Johnston was going to be the wide receiver one in the offense. That's been the main difference. Keenan Allen's role is what you and I both thought it was, but now it's McConkey and Quentin Johnston have almost kind of reversed roles, and that's kind of thrown the monkey wrench and everything with the Chargers offense, but it's working. You don't want to mess with what's not working. That's the difference.
And even as late as this preseason, Quentin Johnston still couldn't catch. And then the regular season hits, and it's over. It kind of reminds me of Jamar Chase's rookie year. If you remember, everybody was out on Chase because he was having trouble with drops in the preseason. And then all of a sudden, the season hit, him and Burrow started connecting, and nobody remembers that Jamar Chase couldn't catch in the preseason.
It's incredible.
So, we have a Tom Flores for the Raiders, number 21 of 49.
All right, I'll tell you one thing. That's what I hate about Prism. Get these cards out of the product. Your coaches. That drives me insane. When we were breaking for DraftKings for a very short period of time, and I will say this because obviously break with Steel City, DraftKings doesn't do cards anymore, so don't worry about DraftKings. I broke whatever Jason Tatum's rookie year was. I was breaking that product's Prism, and I pulled not even joking, we did a case of it. I must have pulled 5 or 6 Tom Thibodeau cards, and I was like, this is the most insane. And parallels, too. I'm like, we're hoping we're getting Jason Tatum parallels. We're getting goddamn Tom Thibodeau. I'm like, what a load of crap. How can you spend all this money and you're getting Tom Thibodeau parallels? Like, get the F out of here. What a crock of you-know-what. It was awful. I felt so bad for everybody who got in the break. I'm like, here's your Tom Thibodeau cards. I hope you enjoy. Get those for $5. This $2,000 product.
If you go back to the Bowman rookie cards of coaches, John Harbaugh and Mike Tomlin's cards sell for a pretty nice penny.
I don't care. I'm tossing them anyways. I don't care. It's just a principle. I don't care what they sell for. Just get out of here. That's not what I'm buying the product for.
Here's a Quinyon Mitchell autograph. That's a nice one too for the Eagles.
Yep.
Is it there for Philadelphia? And their defense is so good.
Oh yeah.
Eventually that offense has got to pick up too in Philly. Now, another one, too. I think Saquon Barkley might be one of our prizes here. No, it was Derrick Henry. Well, even still, Derrick Henry's another one. With the way he's playing, are we expecting him to be player of the year right now? Obviously not. So that wide receiver, or the offensive player of the year award, kind of wide open as well. I feel like there's not really any runaway spots with any of those NFL awards at this point.
So I'm looking at the odds right now. So Puka is leading the way right now, which makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Puka followed by McCaffrey. So 2 guys playing today. And then Jonathan Taylor and Bijan, which, they've been fine. They're not there yet. But Puka, if that continues, he is basically playing like Cooper Kupp was 3-4 years ago for the Rams. Insane target share. The line on him, his receiving yards is starting at 90 yards, which is crazy. Not a lot of guys have that to start. But that's kind of where he's at right now. He's playing on a different level. I don't know what he's been done so far. I haven't been looking at that game too closely, but
the first drive he had a 5-yard catch. But Mac Jones was 5 for 5 for 72 yards and a touchdown on the first drive.
Yeah, they're winning 14-0, and they were over
so they scored
touchdown.
Again.
Yeah, they were over a touchdown underdog. So this is kind of it's not looking good for my Rams spread bet, which is very disappointing. But we're not here to talk about my losing bets.
I did another parlay tonight. It was a cheaper one. It was Rams. I changed the points to 2.5 because I was like, I don't think they're winning by 7.5, but I think they're going to win. Now they're down 14-0 in the first quarter. I don't even know they're going to win.
Right.
I don't know where this came from. I think it's because they had no game tape on the people that they didn't even know existed on the 49ers 3 days ago.
Yeah, Kendrick Bourne's already wide receiver 1, and I'm like, when did Kendrick Bourne get here again?
Here's another really nice one for the Eagles. So both Eagles corners in this one, Quinyon Mitchell, and then out of 10, Cooper DeJean. And I saw a post the other day. I think you'll appreciate this one too. I was laughing so hard. It said, did you know that all of the 2024 Super Bowl shirts for the Chiefs were sent to third world countries for the kids to get, and somebody commented and said, "Well, they were on their way there, but Cooper DeJean just intercepted it."
Excellent.
That was
Very
one of the
good.
best comments.
You know what? That's when the internet's good, man. It's like when we can just get stuff like that. I just love the internet. You know, I can do away with the other 80%, but you know, there's 20% of the internet that can't live without. And that's part of the 20%.
I had deleted Twitter for a few days, and I was like, I kind of need it for fantasy stuff. Like, I go through it. I put it back on, but I like really took down what I follow and what I don't, because stuff was getting a little crazy on there. So I was like, I'm just gonna follow, sports stuff.
Yep.
So I've just made it all sports, Jefferson parallel, and I was seeing comments and stuff, and like, man, the comments on the sports stuff was just, I was howling, and my wife was trying to do her work, and she just like kept rolling her eyes at me, and I think you don't understand how funny this is right now.
Yep.
Like I know like people were really going after Tyreek after his injury because of his history.
Oh,
like,
Jesus, I know.
It's that injury looked terrible, but it's really hard to feel sorry for somebody that's had the kind of history that he's had. So
he's an interesting cat. He's talented. He's talented as all hell. I will love watching him on the field. That I will never change that notion. But him and Stephon Diggs, like, what a past. What a future, Stephon Diggs. Guy's got to calm down. Just focus on football, my guy. Like, put that thing away. It's getting out of hand.
I think it was Antonio Cromartie had like the 12 kids that he didn't meet until after he retired because they had the reality show.
That's like Tyreek too. Like he had like 6 kids coming at one time. I even said, like, which kindergarten open house does he go to? He has like 6 to go to in the same day because he's got all these kids with all these different women. It's insane.
Easy.
Like, go to
none of them. He just throws money and says, "That's
right.
It.
Yeah, that's it. That's it."
He says, "I'm not doing any of that, but I've got this money you can have."
Yep. Just go away.
Well, here's a nice rookie autograph too out of 700. Trevion Henderson from the Patriots. That one's got to touch a little close for you there. Have you been collecting Henderson stuff, trying to get in on it?
A little bit. We definitely I say we. DraftKings did very well on his unders because he was a very heavily bet overs for last week because of all the ball issues that Ramondre Stevenson had the week before. So look, a lot of people thought that he was going to be the main ball carrier. It really was like a 50-50 split, which I was kind of surprised about. Vrabel was doing the opposite Bill Belichick basically and not punishing a player for fumbling the ball. So he was a very, very popular play to go over all of his stats. Did not come to fruition. So that at least helps keep me employed for another week. So we appreciate that. But I was a bit surprised that he wasn't more involved over Stevenson last week.
Yeah, and even Gibson had a touchdown run in there too. Which
he did.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody had a touchdown last week, but Gibson was part of the party. Yes.
Now here's another guy. And a guy I used to make a lot of money on was Henry Ruggs because his over-under was always like 25, 26, 27. It's like, I only need him to catch one ball from Derek Carr, and he's going over. It. So I bet the over every week. And he would have 2 catches for 50, 2 catches for 55. Yep. So this guy kind of gives off those same vibes. He's not used a lot in Detroit, but he gets that 1 or 2 shots down the field. And his over-under has to be low. It has to be in the teens or the 20s.
It's usually in like the 13-15 range.
Yeah, you're just hoping he catches one.
Yep.
I mean, he might only get 2 targets, but if he catches one, you win.
He kind of reminds me of like a Sky Moore, someone like that who like will barely touch the field, but then when he's on the field, he catches like that 45-yard bomb. Like that's, I think that's a perfect example of how to characterize him.
So I think that's if everyone's ever looking and you want just a one shot, I kind of like those plays. Like I've had success with them in the past. I haven't bet on him yet. But I've had success.
Longest receptions are fun props. I do like betting the longest receptions. They are really fun.
Yeah, they're fun. And I think I had a longest rush like 2 weeks ago on a Monday night game, and some backup came in and ran the ball like forever. And I was like, well, that just ruined it. It was like in the second quarter, I think, and it was like, well, no one's gonna catch that.
Right. Well, that's like the king. So we have this promotion, the king of the end zone. And basically, you bet someone to score a touchdown. If they score the longest touchdown of the game, you split with everybody else who bet them and went to the promotion $1 million in bonus bets. So you can get like some crazy. Like there was one week, I forget who it was that scored it, but like everybody who got it got almost like $4,000 in bonus bets because they had the longest touchdown and they were very low owned and everything. So it's like that stuff's fun, to kind of add to it. But like if you're betting like McCaffrey, right? And he scores the longest, you're probably going to get like $2 in bonus bets because who isn't betting McCaffrey? So it's almost kind of like a fun game to figure out what low owned guy can I bet to try to win this promotion. So it's a fun promotion at DraftKings.
Yeah, I like that. Now here's one. We had a question in the chat. I was about to get there too. Do you think there's anybody that's really standing out? I mean, Emeka Egbuka, I would have to think would be the Rookie of the Year favorite right now.
Yes,
Genty had a big game, but he just had one big game. He hasn't
just
had
the one.
Anything else. I'm trying to think, and I think it has to be Egbuka. Like he's the only rookie that's really jumped out on the offense.
He is the favorite right now.
Only 4 games so far. Dylan Gabriel has to have a shot at that. I mean, he's only missed 4 games, and he's got 100% completion percentage with a touchdown in his one drive of work so far.
And he's starting this week. He's your starter this week. Yep.
He's in for the London game.
If I'm betting someone who's not the favorite right now, I think it's Jackson Dart.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
I think there's still time to get Jackson Dart while you can, because the only thing with Gabriel, talented, but like the cast of characters around him is not so much, right?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I would rather have. Well, I know Tillman's on concussion list again, but Njoku and Fannin are really good at tight end.
Njoku has been non-existent.
Yeah, but he's still good. Like they've been using Fannin. Judkins has really stepped up too. I mean, he's an offensive rookie of the year candidate too. If he doesn't get suspended, if he gets suspended, he's out.
Right.
It's crazy. I mean, that's the NFL now. That's the 2025 NFL. Is this guy doesn't get suspended, he's got a good shot.
Right.
There's Darren Woodson out of 99, but I think with that cast, I think it's better than Wan'Dale Robinson and Darius Slayton. In my opinion, I would rather have Judy and Tillman with those tight ends. I mean, having Scadaboo, I don't think there's really a difference between Scadaboo and Judkins at this point.
Yeah.
And I just think the wide receivers might be a little bit better on the Browns. Maybe.
I think so. I would say both offenses are subpar.
Yeah.
Together. I do think Wan'Dale Robinson is a lot better than a lot of people give him credit for. Because if you remember, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, like he was like the bona fide wide receiver one in that offense because of the injuries we had, and he was pretty damn good. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's a role he's going to step into. The tight ends for the Giants aren't terrible either. Like Theo Johnson, Bellinger, if he gets on the field, they're not terrible. I mean, look, I'm kind of pulling hairs here. Like I'm comparing two subpar offenses, but I do think that the Giants might have the slight edge here. And Jackson Dart, if he looks anything like he did last week, like I think he can easily be the rookie of the year.
Yeah.
But it's one start. We can all look good at some point.
Yeah.
My wife thought I looked good at one point. We're married. So we all have our moments,
I think it's, I was thinking about that earlier today because I always try to prep a few questions, try to act professional. So I was thinking, that rookie of the year on the offensive side thing, that one really stood out to me because I think, a couple of quarterbacks starting later, but none of the other rookies have really dominated except for Egbuka, and usually receivers don't win that award. So
no, and the other thing is that Godwin's back in the mix. It wasn't overly involved last week, but that they're going to get him back involved. So then when it becomes Evans, Godwin, then Egbuka, it's is he going to win rookie of the year as the wide receiver 3? Because he's going to slide down the depth chart whether people will like it or not. Because you're going to keep you gave Godwin all that money. Evans is starting to wind down a bit, but he's still a huge force in the red zone. Like, I think, Ibuka's had a great start, but it's also at the benefit of not having Godwin in the mix. Now that Godwin's in the mix, how much does that take away from him? So I think it's you're getting a good number on other players right now because he is still the favorite. But as Godwin gets more acclimated and back into the offense, I think that's when we're going to start to see the shift.
Another thing that I fear too, like everybody in fantasy leagues are rushing out to get Ibuka. I don't really care about Godwin so much, but I think Mike Evans, I think they care about that 1,000-yard season streak a lot more than probably a lot of other people do. So I think whenever he is back in the fold, there's going to be a lot of forced passes because Baker Mayfield has no issue forcing the ball.
No, not at all. No. I mean, how many times have we seen it, right? Of course. And Baker's that guy that will feed it to the guys he trusts. Mm-hmm. Evans will be that guy, So I think, I'm, just my opinion. If you're looking to bet rookie of the year, this might be a good time to do it on someone you like that's not named Ibuka because, when you have a favorite like this, you're getting a better number on other people. If Jackson Dart has a really good start this week, that could change things dramatically, right? Now he goes from 550 to 300, and now he's the second best. So I would say Ibuka's been great, but it was at the benefit of injuries. That could change now. Good opportunity to get somebody else at a better number.
Yeah, I like that advice. That sounds like very sound advice from somebody who definitely has their hand in those kinds of things.
I'd like to think I do. I've been working here for 11 years. I'd like to think I at least know a couple things,
Caleb Johnson, rookie on deck here. Yeah, that was the one that I thought was really big that stood out to me as I was looking at it. Defensive rookie of the year, I haven't really, maybe I'm just missing it. Like Abdul Carter, Mason Graham, none of those guys have really done much on the line. I don't think I'm missing anything there. I mean, am I missing anybody that's really stepped out on the defensive side of the ball?
No, and I'll be totally honest. I very rarely dabble in that market. I think that's so much more volatile than offenses. You know what I mean? Because it's just, I feel like that has more to do with the upcoming schedule than anything else. So for me, I very rarely dabble in that unless I feel very strong about someone. But at least for this year, I don't think there's that strong candidate at this point that I would want to put my money down on.
Yeah, like I feel like there's been some good ones in years past, like with the
Cooper DeJean.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did he win it last year?
I think he did. I could be mistaken, but he was like one of the top favorites if I remember this correctly.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking it was one of the linemen, Verse or who was the Vikings lineman? I can't think who it was. The outside press rusher, Dallas Turner.
Yep.
I thought it was one of those two. But I could be mistaken because Cooper missed a lot of the regular season, but then he did, really good at the end of the year.
Right.
And here we're just gonna go back over these real quick. Ray Davis out of 99, Charbonnet out of 99, Roschon Johnson out of 75. I still feel like Roschon has something there. I just don't know what the Bears are doing.
He's just in a tough spot with Swift and Caleb. He's in a really tough spot. That's what it is.
Yep. Keon Coleman, he flashed in week 1 this year. I think he's got a lot of potential there, especially with that wide receiver. Javon Bullard was really good as a rookie last year. Ricky Pearsall has been good this year, but out tonight. Looks like they don't care. DeJean Mitchell, really good defense. Led the way, stopped Mahomes in that offense. Malachi Corley, I think he's on the Browns now. Someone was telling me that the other day.
I think you're right, yeah.
Yeah. Trevion Henderson, again, splitting a lot of time with Ramondre Stevenson. Gibson gets a lot of run there too, but obviously Henderson the most explosive of the three. Tesla, that deep threat guy. And then our pen pals, Dylan Gabriel, who starts this week, his first game. And he did have a series. He was 100% completion. It was like 6 of 6, I think. Threw a touchdown pass. So he has been in a game to this point. So we have seen him. And we'll have to see what he does this week. I think that's an interesting game over there. And I think it's big because Carson Wentz is playing for that job as well. You know, if Carson Wentz
absolutely.
plays bad, they go back to McCarthy. If Carson Wentz does well, it's his. So that's a big one there as well.
I just can't get over how many backups we got going already, man. It's week 5. We just got into October. Like, good Lord.
It's
crazy.
It's insane.
Yep. This is like week 12 stuff. That's, not week 5.
Yeah. Like you hope that, I mean, you probably play a lot of fantasy outside of the daily stuff too.
Of course. Yeah.
I think that's huge for all of us sports fans. It's like I have so many leagues, and like usually you're like, if I can get past the first few bye weeks and then start getting injuries, I'm okay. Bye weeks aren't here yet, and everybody's hurt.
I think this is the first bye week. This is week 5.
Yeah. The Steelers, the Bears,
Packers, I think.
Packers are one. I think there's one more decent team.
Too early, by the way. Too early for buys. Week 5's too early.
Especially when your quarterback's like 75. You need that buy later.
Right.
All right. They can still hear you, but we're jumping over to the screen here. We're going to randomize off those prizes. Remember, guys, the top 5 are each going to get a prize. Do that here. Luckily, Excel saved the spreadsheet after the computer crashed. That's a positive.
That was something, man.
Yeah, it was not fun. That's what it was. All right, so our 5 prize winners are going to be Sandy. Adam's going to win 2, Neil, and Sung Ying. So we'll jump back over here. Our prizes are an Aaron Judge rookie autograph.
It's a nice one.
A Paul Skeens autograph jersey.
I'd take that too.
Cade Horton autograph baseball. No comment.
I mean, I could comment on all these. I'm like, I think I made the point. These are all good prizes.
Josh Allen 16x20. And a Derrick Henry jersey.
Yeah, just don't fumble it.
Yeah. It just made me laugh because the first 2, you're like, well, I'd take that. I'd take that. I said Cade Horton and you were just silent.
I was like, yeah, I made my point.
Cade Horton is good, guys. He's going to win the rookie.
No. Yeah. Trust me, whoever gets the Cade Horton, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I just stopped chiming in. That's all.
So we'll go back over here. We'll randomize those prizes. And 5. The Judge stays up top. The Josh Allen goes to the bottom.
Adam, you got a good ball. Cade Horton.
Sandy is going to get the Aaron Judge rookie autograph. Adam with the Cade Horton baseball and the Derrick Henry autograph jersey. Neil with the Paul Skeens jersey. And Sung Ying with the Josh Allen 16x20. Write those down real quick. I will forget immediately if I don't.
I'm with you. Yeah, I got to write stuff down now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be.
My memory used to be so good, and then I hit 30, and like nothing works anymore.
You're 30?
I am 37.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
nothing on me has worked for about 10 years.
Yeah, I'll be 39 next month, so I'm in the same hemisphere as you.
Yeah, it's at one point I went to my doctor and I was like, hey, I'm having this pain here and this is happening. And she goes, yeah, welcome to being in your 30s. So that was it. That was my doctor's advice.
That's a good doctor. Yeah. I like that doctor.
It made you disappear here. It definitely did. What happened? There you are. But
there we go.
Off all the other screens, but it brought you back
Jesus.
on this one.
I was like, Jesus, Steve, like we've had enough with the technicalities.
Yeah. For whatever reason, you're just gone on the other ones. You were a black screen on one, and you didn't exist on the other. And it says that the screen is up for you. So I'll fix
whatever title RJ City gave you. I think we might need to take away soon.
Possibly. I'm still a producer. The content is dropped. The quality of the content that he is producing is not quite as good.
If there was anything that was going to go awry, I'm very happy it was with me because I could not care less. So I'm glad it happened with me and not somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like it threw me off. Like I said, everybody always like goes in and out in this earpiece that I'm always playing with, and you started to go in and out, and then I looked up and the whole screen was just like frozen, and I was like, well, that probably isn't good. And I tried to move the mouse and it didn't move. And then, well, that's bad. And then the whole every screen went black. I'll have to send you a picture of the. I'll send you the picture I took. I was about to send it to IT. I was like, so I was in the middle of a break and this happened, and like all 3 screens are black, and you can see the mouse cursor in the middle of the one screen. I'd love to do here.
So I didn't win one of the prizes, but I will take a frame photo of that to commemorate this break and everything that we offer.
Yeah, I mean, there were some really good hits in there, but I think the
Yep.
thing that stands out was the triple black screen and me not having any clue what to
Yep.
do about it. I'm just like hitting Control Alt Delete. I'm like, eventually this is gonna do something, and then it did.
We
It
pulled
popped up, and I was able to restart. So
we pulled
hey,
through it. The
worked.
break is done. Everybody's got their stuff. All good.
Yeah, and do you have a score on the Red Sox game?
I turned it off for a little bit because I was getting a little frustrated and I didn't want to look anymore. But it is 1-0 Yankees, so I will. So
Okay,
we'll. And they got the bases loaded. So
cool. Well,
yep.
we're rooting for you. I think everybody roots against the Yankees. So.
I would say that is true as well.
Yeah,
I would
unless you're a
definitely say that
front
is true.
runner, you root against the Yankees. So
Right.
everybody
Right.
roots against. However, it doesn't feel like that's the same thing with the Dodgers, and they have way more money than the Yankees do now, and I don't understand it. I think
Yep.
it's just the Otani effect.
All
Everybody
that
loves
money,
Ohtani.
all that money, and they were nothing better than a wild card.
Yeah, but they're
Crazy.
probably going to win the World Series.
Oh yeah.
Because
Oh
that's
yeah.
what
But
they do.
they at least they made the road difficult. At least we can say that.
Yeah, they was like, we'll give everybody else more home games. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter because we're only going to have to play 2 there anyways.
Right. We'll
We'll go win those 2. We'll come back
Yep.
here and win 2, and then we'll wait for the next team. That's how they work.
Those bastards.
Thanks again, Steve, for joining me tonight and sticking it out through the chaos. Again, a lot of fun. Some great prizes there, some big hits, and yeah, I loved the advice there about taking that offensive rookie of the year now before Ibuka starts dropping.
Yep.
That one really stands out. That's I was thinking too. Because I was on DraftKings app today putting in some lineups for this weekend, and I was like, man, I probably should bet on offensive rookie of the year. And I was like trying to go back and forth between the quarterbacks, and I still think it's going to be one of the quarterbacks that wins, unless they just both flame out, which I don't think will happen.
No.
I don't think Cam Ward's in that competition.
No shot.
I don't think Tennessee is going to be able to turn it around enough for him to do anything. I think that team needs a lot more than what they have.
They need an entire roster revamp. Not even trying to be funny. Like there's a lot that needs to be done.
Yeah, I mean,
but some advice I would always say for betting futures, you always want to be early to the party than late because you want to try to get the best number possible. So if you see something like giving out the Ravens when they said Lamar was injured but wasn't out yet, it was at 10.5 minus 110 for the under. Now it's 10.5 with minus 185 for the under. It's better to be early to the party than late because you'll get that better number. So just kind of always have that in mind when you're looking at bet futures. I think that's a good mentality to have.
Yep. And yeah, I know we haven't looked at the scoreboard, but I did have a question from somebody. They said it was lost in the chaos, but they asked, "What's your favorite series coming up in the second round of the playoffs? Like, do you have any that you're leaning towards betting on? Do you have a favorite series? Anything there?"
I like the Brewers a lot. I think the Brewers are a team that is not talked about enough. They got the pitching, they got the offense, but like when we look at the whole landscape of the playoffs, like I feel like that's the team that you don't hear about really at all. Dodgers Phillies is going to be a banger. I think that might be the series of the playoffs that we know of so far. Who knows what's going to happen with Red Sox Yankees, but Dodgers Phillies is going to be, I think, the series of the playoffs. I'm looking forward to that. I would be shocked if that ended early. I feel like that's going to go the distance. And I'm looking forward to that. I really hope that ends up going far because I think those are two teams that are pretty even. For as much as we give the Dodgers love, Phillies can stack up right there with them. So
Yeah,
Phillies
that
Dodgers, I think, is going to be, just any lineup with Kyle Schwarber. I'm so locked in and ready to watch.
And I've been a Harper fan since day one. So I can always root for Bryce Harper.
Yeah. So that was I would say that's the benefit of the Dodgers making the wild card because we'll get this series. Yeah. Where they won the division, we wouldn't get that series. So I think that's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to that a lot.
And then I want to ask you one last thing before I let you run. How do you feel about the divisional matchups? Like, do you not like those in the wild card round? We had the Tigers, Guardians, the Red Sox, Yankees. Now in the second round, it's kind of hard to avoid it. We're going to get either the Yankees, Red Sox versus the Blue Jays, and we're going to get the Cubs, Brewers. How do you feel about that first round in the wild card? Do you like divisional opponents there or no?
I'm fine with it. I think I want a 5-game series. 3 games is just too much because like literally, for like the Reds, for example, they make the playoffs, they're done in 24 hours basically because they lost the 2 games. And it's like you didn't even like really let this marinate at all. So it's, the one game it was exceptional because it was like it's one and done, right? Like it's a play-in game, like that has a different feel. But then when you go to 3, it's like I don't know. I don't jive with the 3 game. So I'd rather see it 5. End the season, a couple days earlier, maybe start a little bit earlier, end a little bit earlier so we can get a 5-game series. But I think 5 games in the wild card series would make all the difference, much more exciting, get some more juice out of it. Because, like, again, if you sweep the series and you play 2 games, it was like, I don't even remember what happened. Like, it was so quick. So,
Yeah,
like, that Reds-Dodgers series, we'll never think about that again.
I mean, they would have won Game 3, too. I think the Dodgers and the Reds are such a mismatch there.
Totally. But just like, I think it should be 5 games.
And the other 3 series might have all went 5. They were so close. So
yes, yep.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel that, and I guess the teams that are waiting would probably be a little upset if they had to wait an extra 3 or 4 days to get started, because there was already some rumbles this week about teams not liking the week off, or whatever. I don't know. Take the week off. It should make you feel better.
What? Then start playing poorer baseball. You won't have to worry about the time off. Don't win your division, all right?
I think it was Eric Burns said whenever he was in Tampa, they got the bye, or they had something, and he said they brought in like high school teams that they played for that week. So like they still played.
Way.
Yeah, he said they still played, but they played like the high school teams so that they could keep going. And like I thought about that, I thought that was awesome, but then I thought, what if somebody would have got hurt? Like running the bases or something.
I was just going to say, they're probably murdering these kids.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they probably won like 100-0. But
right.
Could you imagine being a high school kid and stepping in and somebody's throwing 95 at you? But
right. Or imagine they play these high school teams and the high school team wins. Like, how does that make you feel? How's the team morale for that? Right? Yeah, right.
Paul Skeens and Bubba Chandler weren't in. Pirates never stood a chance.
Right. Right.
All right. Okay, so the Phillies had inter-squad games this week and had 30,000 fans in the stands. So Philadelphia did have games played all week. So yeah.
Wow.
If you're gonna do that,
35.
move it to 5 games. The owners make more money. The fans get more baseball.
Have them play the Savannah Bananas. That's how we should run it. Whoever's on the bye week plays the Savannah Bananas. It'd be great content, and they get to play.
I read somewhere that the pitcher for the Bananas, whenever he pitched, he like stormed the plate. And they said like it threw the other team off, and the guy swung and missed. You better hope he swings and misses. You're gonna line drive back in your face. You're not getting up if you're 30 feet away.
Right. Yeah.
Who came up with that? Was like, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll storm the plate.
Savannah Bananas, man, they're just a different breed. They're something.
Yeah,
they are something.
Well, thanks again, Steve.
Of course.
Let's all root for the Red Sox here. Let's try to knock off those Yankees.
Yeah, it's 4-0 now. It's over.
Ooh, mine popped up as 2. So I'm behind.
Yeah, it just happened. Yep.
All right. Well, hold out hope. I mean, the Red Sox still have a good offense, so we're with you.
Yeah, you're just being nice. I'm just gonna get out of here and just jump off my roof or something.
All right.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
Try to survive the Red Sox loss, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, I won't be around for the next break. I'm sorry. So it was fun while it happened. All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
Later.